Roll call. Yeah,
Make a motion to approve last month's meeting minutes.
we have, that's the minutes, we have to approve the
You
minutes.
just did that.
No, that was roll call.
No, we did minutes too.
Oh, did you really? Oh, okay.
Ask
You
guys
got
for the
it.
motion, come on now.
Bring your hearing aid up.
I'm writing, I'm not listening.
Sitting over that Delta office and.
All in favor?
For what?
The minutes.
Aye.
Motion carried. Monthly, no, public appearances. No.
I'm assuming that's Mitch behind you?
Um,
Chairs were standing up in the
He's
back.
watching
Right.
Monthly reports, have we? Oh, we
I
have
even,
one.
I even printed them this month.
All
I gave
right.
you- I
That's
gave you
it.
the one I didn't have last month in time.
Yeah,
Isn't in 3D color though.
No, 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 at $1 a page, I scold folks for doing that.
He's coming back.
yeah, we can't. Overtime went up a little,
It did, we had a officer out, the entire month of December with a ankle injury.
so that's not bad.
There were a lot of hours that were filled by Amy, filled by Joe, and,
Okay. When,
yeah.
when there's an officer out to go up 40 hours for a month, that's not bad,
Correct.
so. Anybody else got anything on it? You don't have an EMS or a? Nope. I'll make a motion to approve this monthly report.
Second. Third. Aye.
Okay. Who was the second?
You made a motion, I
Okay.
seconded it, most of
Yep,
them.
okay, motion carried. Okay, next thing we have is discuss ordinance for passing on the right. And we left off last month with talking about what was state would allow, or however we stated it, on the west, coming west. And you were in charge of investigating.
Yep.
So,
It's allowable
I'll
to
let you
pass.
report.
Well, it's allowable to pass as long as there's enough road. And if they're trying to make a quick trip, that's just gonna be a nightmare over there.
But there's not two lanes, right?
No, but there's enough pavement to pass.
There's enough pavement.
There does not need to be a second lane, there needs to be sufficient room to safely pass on the right.
Okay,
So they can do it, unless we enact a local ordinance that prohibits it. I would discourage us from doing that, but I'm not a lawmaker, I'm a recommender.
no, I know, exactly.
But does that on Barstow there, in front of the Series Center, is that a turning lane only, or,
Not unless it's marked.
okay, it's not marked?
You mean across from Subway there?
Down a little bit further,
But
Amy,
you're
right in
gonna
front of
turn
the
on
monument,
Kansas Street?
where the.
That is a turn lane there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's marked on the far side of the driveway going into the World Series, facility. And as I recall, there aren't any driveways going off to the left, so I don't know why people would stop there to need to pass on the right.
Well, there is, going into the old Gardner building, there's a driveway there.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's a straight, the right
Yeah.
turn
on
sign
the
there,
other
correct?
side too.
Are
In
you
front of
guys
one of the
going east or
houses.
westbound on?
Well, there's one on each side of the road there, cause you got one in front of the old Gardner building and then you got one at the training facility.
Gardner building and training
I don't
facility, is
think
it the same building?
I don't
No,
think
no,
it's
no,
eastbound, is it?
No.
Not eastbound, no, but
Well, like,
you
but you
have a
said
driveway.
both directions, so I'm not
Yeah.
tracking where you're talking about.
If you're headed to the east, going
Okay.
east, across the railroad tracks, there's a driveway right there by the old Gardner building that's got the auto body place in it.
Yeah, but that's a right turn, not a left turn.
Yeah, but you still got a driveway there that people could be turning into.
But it's
For
still
westbound
enough,
traffic.
there's
Yeah.
still enough pavement
Should be enough
Yeah.
pavement, yeah.
There
to
is.
legally pass.
Yeah, there,
Yeah.
yeah. there
And,
is.
and that's the way I wrote it, there's enough
Yep.
pavement to pass on the right. So,
Yeah, and I don't know where the beginning of that turn lane is, as far as the marking.
is there marking?
I think it's.
There is, there's a sign and there's, and
It's
it's
like
like line.
it's by them three houses there.
Mhm.
Yes.
It starts right,
Is it that far, is it on the
Actually-
east side of the driveway to the World Series of Poker?
Yes.
Or World Series of Poker?
Yeah.
World Series Baseball?
I think it is, it starts right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's the one.
I wasn't
One of
processing
the
it that
three
way.
houses are.
Okay.
Can't remember, but I think it is.
Okay.
So basically, right now, we are sitting and gonna wait. I'm looking at your recommendation.
Well, right now, I think the task at hand is to continue progress on how do we prevent people from doing it where it's illegal right now.
Yeah.
Instead of expanding the scope of us dealing with the problem, I think we still need to deal with the problems that we have.
Exists today.
Which is those three intersections where it's illegal to pass on the right, and folks still do.
So what would your recommendation be to change that?
Same as it was 2 months ago? Let's, well, first I was gonna, hopefully get some flags up there, but those flags went to the three-way intersection at the top of Mill Street, or they're still there, we didn't get any for the signs that we have on Lake Street. And the other is to get those, temporary or movable signs that you can literally put right in the middle of where they pass on the right, to put a physical barrier there. Now, they can drive over it, just like they drive over the ones you put in the middle of the road that say, yield to pedestrian, and you have the truck that's, you know, not taking the corner sharp enough or whatever. But getting those out there is a physical and very visible means for us to address the issue, and everybody that drives by is gonna see that the city's addressing the issue.
Okay.
And I agree with that, cause I think putting any more signs back further from the intersection is a waste of time.
You know, and we, what, $1,000 a piece for those LED signs, and I, somebody could sit there and pull people over all day, 1 or 2 an hour, all day, but I don't have the people to commit to doing that for 1 or 2 hours all day.
Yep. So, and right now, it's your recommendation not to change the ordinance.
It's my recommendation to address the problem in hand,
And
and if there is a need to cross that bridge down the road, after we see what the impact is with the new school at a unified campus, and we work with the school district to identify the best place for the
Crossing,
munchkins to
yep.
cross. Because I've got concerns with that fishbowl that goes down there. Push it too far up one way, which is closer to the school and makes more sense, you have the potential of cars backing up past Highway 28 onto that hill, which is a blind corner that's pitched the wrong way, and it's a steep
Yep.
grade, and I have concerns about cars getting backed up there.
I also have concerns about that when the new school moves, I'm thinking the school system might have a busing area up on that side of town, like they do right now on the west end of town, which will eliminate.
They have 3 of them in the city.
Yeah, I know, but out here I just know it because I see it.
Yep.
But I'm thinking maybe on the, north of Lake Street, like down Cedar, in that area, a central location, then the kids won't be crossing the street.
Yep.
That, and we have 3 months till school's out right now. All I'm thinking is, an ordinance wouldn't come into effect by the time of, when that's done, and we'll wait and see what the school comes up with. And I'm gonna talk to Mr. Apple, and I'm sure you will too,
Mhm.
because I have a real convenient, he's my neighbor.
Mhm.
So, and for right now, I think that's where we should go with it. I don't know what you guys think.
I agree. And they might have a thought process, right?
I mean, everything is changing, so, okay. We will leave it at that. Do you have, going to operator's license? There was,
Can I, chime in a little bit on the signs?
can't hear you.
Can I chime in a little bit on these signs?
Oh, sure.
I have taken steps to try to fix what's out there, and it's like watching paint dry, it's horrible. The crosswalk equipment we have is outdated, it's hard to find parts for it, we're trying to. Before we go in investing more money in that type of thing, we should find out where they're gonna be permanently affixed and get away from these solar panels. I think Joe is correct about them being a little less expensive, the sign wise, but as far as problems down the road, when you don't direct wire, those solar panels go south probably 3 to 5 years. So what I think the immediate future will bring for us is that what the sign people are recommending are actually putting up the signs that are at the crosswalks for to yield for pedestrians for state law, and put that signage up. I think and that could be placed in sort of the area where you have these bump outs, and it'll make it safer for the pedestrians. So we had talked, Joe, about no passing on right and putting signs temporary in that very same spot. I would propose that we put the crosswalk signs in there right now. When we go further on this, we would have designated areas where we would want a crossing, and we would go and put in the crosswalk type of arrangement, which Beaver Dam is actually using a number of them
Are you
right now.
talking about like the one in the center, like in the center lane? You know, right on the
You could do that.
center line,
Lamp
or?
posts in the middle, you can do them on the sides.
Okay,
but
I'm just asking you what you're talking.
It's the temporary signs which would be put on posts or a fixture that you can move in. It would have to be moved when you plow. But we had talked in the past about it being, no passing on right. I'm thinking that we should be putting up the state law signs for crosswalks. And that's what the TAPCO or
If the ordinance or law we're trying to address is yielding to pedestrians in a crosswalk, I completely agree. If it's illegal passing on the right, I think we need to have it say illegal passing on the right. If we wanna put crosswalk signs in the middle down the center strip, I think that's fine, but people are still gonna not associate that physical barrier with the signs they just got done driving by to know that there's no passing on the right.
Well, in this particular instance, it's one place where you can't pass on right because there's not enough road to do it in.
There's absolutely not. People do it every day. That's why we're having the discussion. They do it.
I always thought it was about a lane and a half there, but,
Oh no, that's why we had 30 people in here 2 months ago.
Yeah,
yeah, we had 30 people in here 2 months ago because they were concerned they were gonna get hit at crosswalks.
Yep, because why? People were passing illegally on the right.
That was their interpretation.
No, that's a fact.
If people were yielding to pedestrians in the crosswalk, we wouldn't be having that conversation either.
Alright.
With regards to the flags, we didn't see the merit in putting up flags. There's nothing more alerting than the light that's there already.
Okay, I'll explain that to people that say, how come you haven't put up flags? It's easy, it's quick, it's inexpensive. He said it's not a good idea. Okay,
I didn't say it wasn't a good idea. I
well,
said
you're
it
not
wasn't
championing
warranted.
doing it, are you?
I didn't expect to get into a debate with you.
Me either. About why people are passing on the right.
Well, I think it's two separate issues, crosswalks, passing on the right, they are merged together, are married together because it happens, they're going around them now. I personally wouldn't be in favor of putting anything in the middle of the road, it's probably for maintenance and more things to get picked off and wrecked. As far as getting rid of the solar ones and hard wiring, depends on the cost. I know they're only good for 3 to 5 years, but when they get run over, they're easier to replace. And if you hardwire them, then it tears all the wiring out. So depending on how much the cost is one way or the other, I would be in favor of one or the other. So,
Well, they're very expensive, a lot more expensive than $1,000.
Well, that's why I say right now, I think the flags are the cheap way of getting
some attention maybe.
the attention.
It demonstrates that we have heard
Yes.
our community, and regardless of if we think it's gonna make a difference or not, it shows action.
Yep.
I mean, we put them on a three-way stop that one person complained about, one person. And we put flags on 3 stop signs. We had 30 people in here 2 months ago, and we haven't done that, which was a recommendation that night, yet.
Gotta do something.
Yep, I would suggest we do the flags at least.
Okay?
Start there.
That's,
We've had those barriers in front of the road.
Make awareness.
Yep.
You know, like you said, got, you know, got an obligation to the 30 people that were here to just
Yep.
tell them that we're,
and that's what they're looking for, something
Right.
from us.
something is
So-
better than nothing, so.
Yep. That's my recommendation that you do that,
Okay,
so,
we will do that then.
okay.
Might not be the,
It
The best
might
fix.
not be the answer,
but it's something
But-
that we're.
so. Are we good on that issue? Okay. I'm moving on to operator's license. Did you send a bunch?
A bunch, no, I believe
More, 3 or 4?
there've been 3.
I mean, you approve, I don't
I
can't-
recommended approval for it.
Yeah, they were all, I don't remember where I put them.
Okay, good thing we have copies of all of them.
No, I know. I got them, I read them, and I'm sure they were all approved. That's why I'm asking for your memory.
My recollection?
Yes, yours,
First ones you're hearing, how's your memory?
yeah, for everything is gone. It's, next thing is what's next?
Well, it's a good thing Ruby's running.
Yeah.
Couple
Okay.
months, we'll have to worry about
If
it.
if you wanna have fun, just drop out.
I was going to, but somebody told me I couldn't.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a motion to approve the operator's license that the chief has already approved. Anybody wanna second that?
Second, give it to us.
Thank you, you sure?
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
My record that you were here.
Thank you.
Okay, non-action, who wants to start? Nothing?
I always have stuff.
I know, I was gonna say.
So, 6-ish months ago, Mr. Apple, talked to me about the prospect of opportunities for increased involvement of the police department at, the schools once there's a uniform campus. I said, well, let's talk about the history, so we talked about the history, we talked about the COPS grant, COPS hiring recovery program grant, we had one for a while. I think it was Bill Wheeler, then it was Joe McNabb, and then the funding sunset because it was a grant position. We've met twice since he brought it up, and his school board is in favor of funding, a permanent, I wouldn't say permanent, a position up at the high school.
The
And
school
middle
board's
school,
gonna fund it?
And the middle school, and the grade school, the unified campus. So they're looking at a full-time school resource officer up there. They've also talked to St. Stephen's, and they said that they would extend, the function of that position to St. Stephen's, on an as-needed basis, or if and when needed. So I met with them again yesterday afternoon. We did not kick around numbers. I know that there was a, planning session for the school board not the school board, but for the school district this past Friday and Saturday. They had a strategic planner come in. And I know that the topic came up, and I know that the mayor expressed support to talk about, not necessarily to do. So, it would take some heavy lifting. And the reason I'm talking about it this early, is that if this were to materialize and a funding agreement was worked out with the school district, I would need to advertise for a position by the end of February in order to recruit, hire, train, and have ready before September 1st. Because it's anywhere from 6 to 9 months to get a full-time cop on the job. And Juneau is filling a full-time position right now, and they had 8 qualified applicants. They had 3 apply that were unqualified, so they got 11 applications.
But 8 is pretty good in this.
Qualified. Yes, it's okay, but when you get 8, you don't have a whole lot of cream to rise to the top.
So, but if, I'm just asking this, so I have this down right. The, school district would fund the whole position?
No.
No?
There is no funding arrangement that.
No, but they are in favor of funding.
They're in favor of a full-time position, a school resource officer at the school. The extent to which there is a funding relationship has not been decided. I'm not gonna do a whole lot of heavy lifting, and Mr. Apple's not gonna do a whole lot of heavy lifting trying to figure all this out if there was no support from the school board or no support from the city. So what I'm saying is, I will dot some i's, cross some t's, and roll my sleeves up with Mr. Apple, and then next month, bring a more formal proposal to you, so you're not looking at it next month going, what is this on the agenda for? I'm teeing it up for you now. The mayor has said, move forward, talk about what it might look like, how we might do it, what it might cost, but don't ask how much it's gonna cost, like, out of the gate, because that's a question, but that's not the only question. It's an important one, but we need to make a tentative agreement so that we can go to our respective elected officials and say, here's the why and here's the what.
Were you here when we had one up there?
No,
No,
we
you weren't
lost
here
it.
yet, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yep. And that was totally grant funded back then.
Yep.
And it went away.
It, I'm pretty sure our school district is not gonna go away though.
No, exactly, I know.
So I have not talked numbers with Mr. Apple, I don't know. I know that, he's optimistic with his school board.
Okay. I didn't write full funding, I wrote part funded. In my, however.
The only thing we've gotten is
Yep.
is a go-ahead from the school board chairman and from the mayor to, all right, talk about it, come up with a proposal, and then let's see if it's a doable proposal. Go from there.
Maybe it's too early for this question, but the funding, when they put it together, City of Horicon and Horicon School
Good.
no town of Burnett, no village of Iron Ridge,
No,
Do you think that would be considered because they're all students here?
Yeah, 'cause they're all paying school taxes.
well, I'm paying school taxes and then I gotta pay for everyone else's kid to get
Yeah,
this,
I know,
you
yeah.
know, I mean, that's
I know.
just one of the things that
Should come.
came up last time, was that?
Yeah, okay, I understand where you're going.
Yeah, I know, it's the privilege or the unprivilege of having
The-
school here, but on the other hand, it's,
I would think these entities would want their children protected, so having somebody there,
and if there's tobacco, alcohol, drug, fight, disruptive, they're not paying towards our police department right now, but we still go to the calls.
Anything else? That's good.
No, sir.
You're fine?
I'm good.
Okay. Anything? No? Buzz?
good.
Jim?
no, well, yes.
Yep.
What is, as of today, what is the arrangement, what's going on at 612 Sullivan Street? He's, this, Menschall's property, is he allowed in there, is he not allowed in there? Can he take someone else in there?
I will tell you what I know. I know that the mayor is responsible for that in working with the lawyers and with Munchau's lawyer and the court and stuff. Mr. Munchau and those, family members and other folks that he has had go in there for various legitimate reasons, have signed, release waivers to go in there. Anybody that's not a, immediate relative, daughter, wife, stuff like that, has to get approval by the mayor. I don't get to tell people they have permission to go in there. He's the one I call and he says yea or nay and have they signed a release. I know that we were supposed to have, an appeal get heard by the appellate court, or no, this is a different one. So we're still going to the appellate court where he's appealing the judge's raise order from the circuit court. And we also are appealing a decision from our municipal court, that has now been rescheduled to February. I don't recall the exact date. That's the extent of what I know about 612 South Hubbard. I know it has not crept up on law enforcement radar screen in a while.
So in other words, I had a conversation with him, and don't take me as being naive. I know he's kicked a can down the road as far as he can kick it, and, you know, he's ready about to climb the wall that he's kicked a can into, but, you know, he had a conversation with me and said, again, I'm not naive, but there's somebody interested in the building, purchasing it, and the guy's willing to make two offers, either repaired or not repaired, and, but now he's telling me he can't get into the building, and
He just told me today he was in there, he goes in there, you can go in there, you can't stop him. That's what he told me today, and the rest of the conversation I'll keep to myself. I don't like being threatened.
I know of absolutely nothing preventing him from going in there to do any business that he has to do there.
well, and I asked the mayor the same question, and he said he's allowed in there with permission.
I would also say that, it's my understanding that, I think several inspectors, our building and others, have determined that the building it does not meet the criteria in our ordinances to be repaired and restored to a safe structure. Because it will cost more than 50% of the assessed value of the property to do those repairs. And according to our ordinance, without some type of waiver or, approval by a different entity of city government, that raise order stand regardless of who owns the property.
I'm saying there's nobody in their right mind that's gonna buy that building.
Yeah.
Not at the cost it would take to rate, I mean, beautiful piece of property. But you don't know what's in the soil.
Exactly.
Guess the only reason why I'm a little bit of an optimist, anything I can do to prevent the city of Horicon taxpayers to have to pay for the removal of that building and the cleanup, I'll look at anything. That's all I have.
Okay. I have nothing. Next meeting is February 11th at Public Safety Building at 6 o'clock. I'll make a motion to adjourn.